Yeah, he might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Yeah, I got a dough. What you want, baby? Why you got your
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Shirt open like that? Like he wasn't a new addition, Bobby Brown or something.
Throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Okay, I got you, baby. Go get your cup. Go get your cup. Daddy got you some milk.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Damn, used to beat the shit out of the Clippers.
Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and
heard other
guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this.
They ain't hit it, but they got the rebound. That's
situation. Not quite the same in many cases. Whenever we meet with coaches, and they'll always talk about wanting to establish running the football.
And Freeman lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
Say, Blake, I just seen your message on Snapchat. You said that boy sound like a predator.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go.
Last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this: such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons' locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I wasn't even trying to pick Dennis on that snap. The nigga when wake up, I kept calling his name. I said, Dennis. I'm screaming on his couch. I said, we both was in his sleep. And when I'm screaming, I said, I'm finna get his ass with Snapchat. He wouldn't wake up. I got right up on him, he wouldn't wake up. I had to holler like, well, you heard me on stuff. I was like, damn, nigga.
Giving up the football.
Sleep like that.
They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Falcons in possession.
Well, who? Where's my head? Why is that you down here?
See if they stay on the ground for a second down. Now Ryan on second down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage.
Watch seeing him break up.
Be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe
that was a good one. I thought you slide through.
Zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
I'm tripping now. What'd you say, Blake?
On second down, here's Ryan hit.
Boy, get another one. What?
Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Third and long. It's Ryan. There's Steele on the catch. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Yeah, his name's Dominic, too.
In the end zone.
He's cool in the bitch, man.
And no run back here. This will be
that was the one family member out of all your rich family. Like, he never be around because nigga always working. He always working, man. You barely catch that nigga like, he barely hang with the family. He always working.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Uses the stiff arm. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but you know getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste. Gives him fuel for the next season, though, because remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, Roethlisberger. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety.
My brother cut her. But I was going to her cut up my brother. One of my other brothers cut her. He told too. He is too far. He got no average in her cut every goddamn time. I don't know where, but I'm saying that's probably the reason why.
And they missed a golden opportunity.
So a second down incompletion.
So they all do.
Third down.
She got a 20 and 2. All 3 of them motherfuckers, like, they all like triplets.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. That'll bring up second down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Oh, beat him down, man.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. This is Bell on the dump off. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Brown, the lone receiver, left. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll come out in the pistol. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong. But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, you know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017, because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, well, you can make bigger plays downfield. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on 2nd and 10 now. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting.
And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Another pistol look here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they...
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field of their...